What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Tits here, and today I'm gonna do a short video on Warframe, showing you how to build up the boltor, how to do a class loadout for the boltor. Um, I really can't, say like this is the highest DPS, this is the best, build, because basically everything is circumstantial when using damage mods, because of the fact that, like, with the different types of damage mods, one's good against one type and then sucks against the rest. One's average against all. Another one will be like really good against one type, average against another, horrible against another. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna give the best advice I can on making your boltor. So to start off, it's got decent damage and a decent fire rate. A nice clip size, and a decent amount of ammo. It has innate armor piercing, and here's the build I think you guys should use. Polarity slot is huge. Polarity slot is it's really going to make a difference when you're making your build, because regardless if you wanted to use one mod over another, if you go by your polarity slot, I mean, you cut your points in half, it's going to help your build out a lot. So obviously you should put freeze in here, and I got it ranked up 4 times. Freeze is let me see, it's average against the Grenier. It gives it gives decent damage against like the Grenier, like 50% damage against infested, decent. And the Corpus, it's great against shields, and then for the rest of the Corpus, like shield and Moas, whatnot, and then for the rest of the Corpus, it's like 200%, so it's really good there too. And fast hands for reload speed. I would really go at least 5 or 6 up with this for your reload speed. The reload speed's kind of long. Armor piercing, all day, baby, all of them for every weapon. Put that shit all the way up. I don't care what faction you're going into. It's the best mod. It's super high, but it's very high bonuses for Grenier, and then it offers above average bonus for most all other enemies, and then flat bonuses for a decent bit of the enemies also. It doesn't have a lot of weak points like the other mods. It's not just for like, piercing, armor. Like, a lot of people won't put it in because they're like, well, the bolter already pierces armor. It doesn't matter. It does its own elemental damage, and all enemies have weaknesses to armor piercing, just like infested wood to fire and corpus to lightning. So put that up to 60 all the way. Also, in the last update, most of the rifle mods were buffed nicely, so that it is closer to the pistol and the shotgun in damage. The Strun I mean, the bolter, like, modded right like I got here, it'll just take people down. But you'll still do a decent bit more damage, like, numbers-wise on paper overall, with something like the Strun, because that build's just crazy, which I'm going to do that in the next video or two. Split chamber. Have this all the way up. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Have it ranked all the way up. It's 90%, so almost 100. What that's saying is 90% of my bullets, are going to replicate into 2 bullets. That's what multi-shot means. 100% would mean, all my bullets replicate into 2 bullets. And 120%, which is only on the rifle, or I mean the shotgun. And is it on pistols? Yeah, on pistols too. 120% means 100% of your bullets will be replicated into 2, and then 20% of your bullets will be replicated into 3. And I got my facts. I get most all my facts, from the developers and whatnot, just from asking them the questions, so I know the info is correct. Now, with the remainder points to spend, and you need to look at it this way. When it comes to fire, normal, ice, lightning, whatever, it depends what faction you're about to fight. if I only got 6 points left, and it's the matter of do I want Hellfire, or let's say I got 8 or 9 points left, do I want a ranked up Hellfire or a ranked up Lightning? Well, if I'm about to go fight Corpus, I want Lightning. If I'm about to go fight Infested, I really want the Fire. So you're going to do more damage depending on what faction you go to. That's obvious. You know, but let's say you don't want to switch them out every time you do a different map. You know, you're not that vain on, like you don't worry that much, you know, about the DPS and whatever. You just want all around best damage. Well, my build's pretty good here. I have the 30% fire rate on just because the fire rate did get lowered to 8.8. I think it really helps a lot. Before though, I wouldn't have put fire rate on here, and I probably would have thrown in. I probably would have took like a point off Serration, and I would have thrown in. I would have took off a point or two off Serration, or a point off Serration, a point off Hellfire, and then I would have put 8 points into Stormbringer, which would be 45%, and bring that in. But you know, they lowered the fire rate, so I think this is the best all-around build. Have full Hellfire, so that's going to be great against Infested, and you're going to do great against Grineer because of the armor piercing. And also for Grineer, Freeze and Lightning are about the same. Lightning's just a tad better than Freeze, but not really much. And Fire's, you know, not the greatest against Grineer. It's below average. And for Serration, the nice thing about that is how many slots it has. This is the great thing about normal damage. The normal damage mod is 10 slots instead of 5. You can get 120%, not 90. So the thing is, I love having the normal damage on. I'll put one more in here, and I'll be complete. Now, all around, if I had enough to spend, you know, I would worry about trying to fill that up all the way, to be honest. If I was looking for all around damage, because normal damage is basically on par with freeze damage. It gives the same bonuses as freeze damage throughout the board, pretty much, except for except for Corpus, except for like one type of Corpus, and then for the other type, the shields freeze is good against. But other than that, normal is good all around. And when you can only go up a certain amount in freeze, you know, to 90%, but you can go to 220% in Serration. You know, all around, Seration's gonna be way better. So, like I said, things are circumstantial. When you run into a situation where you're like, should I spend the last 8 points on another mod, or I can just not put that mod in and I can just keep going up in Serration, even though, I mean, that's gonna take a while. Like, you need the money in the mods, but overall, when you can do it, that's the best overall thing to do, because you can get 120% damage instead of 45% another mod, which is only going to be good, like really good against that one single class. And that's pretty much all I got to say about the boltor. You know, critting's not really that great against it. I'd put on a high crit. Like, here's the crit. I had this ranked up, and I put it on, and you have to understand, it's not like 25% crit chance. It's 25% of the base crit. I don't even know what base crit is for rifles. It was horrible, if none. It was pretty much none for the boltor. Then they upped it, and even though they upped it, even adding another 50-60%, man, it just doesn't do enough. You rarely see crits, and then you only see like a couple out of all them damage counters popping up. You only see like a couple. It's not worth taking them points out of a bunch of damage somewhere else. So, pretty much, out of all your mods you can have, this is around the best build you can do. Maybe take off fire rate and put a modded up ammo drum in there for high level. I'm talking like level 30 and up, outer terminus defense missions. That's the only time I'd switch it, and that's really the best things you can do with the boltor. If this video has helped you out, please comment, like, subscribe. Just like in my video where I explained the damage mods, I will also leave that link in the description again to the damage guide website that tells you about reductions and bonuses to all the faction types from all the different mods. And tune in next time for the Strun and the dual Vipers, which will be coming up. I'm not sure which one I'm going to do next. It'll be a surprise. If you guys got any questions too, I got millions of hours in this game, and I talk to developers constantly, so I know a good bit about the game. So just get a hold of me, and I'll help you out. Catch you guys later. Good luck. Peace.